Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome to the Monday Motivation Sprints. So happy to have you here to start the week off strong. I hope you guys are having a wonderful December. So happy to have you here to start. We will be doing 3 30-minute sprints and chatting in between. Regina is ready, baby. I love it. I am also ready. So we'll be going to about 8 to 8:30 Central Standard Time, depending on how long we chat. But feel free to do writing-related things. And can you hear me?
I can hear her.
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, wait, you guys can hear me.
Initially, though, there was an echo.
Yeah.
It went away because I think someone had a tab of
muted.
Open, and then it got closed. Regina, are you sure you didn't mute your whole?
Yeah, you must. Yeah, I was just like, wait, can you hear me? I'm like, wait, I was talking to Teef before this.
Yeah.
Still mute. It's got to be you.
I just typed it. That I think it's her computer problem.
Yeah. So anyways,
I'm gonna mute myself really quickly so that if the sound is coming through, it's not a problem. So
okay, sounds good. It's a Regina's problem. So for those of you who don't know me, everyone here does so far, unless you're lurking. My name is Holly. I'm the author of A Diamond Bright and Broken, which came out on November 5th. Yes, I just posted another Wicked reel.
I got my copy too.
Oh, yay! I'll have to sign it next time I'm in town.
Yes!
Which I will be for someone's surprise birthday party. That's in February. Wait, February, that's so far away. February 22nd. But anyways, there are quite a few similarities between Cadence and Elphaba, so head on over to my Instagram to watch that if you're interested. I think there are still Rainbow Crate special editions of A Diamond Bright and Broken with beautiful dust jacket, because it should be in like pass box purchases, but it hadn't popped up there when it first turned December.
Okay. They're always a little bit.
Yeah. But I'm sure there are still copies.
It's still not. Yours was Risk Takers.
Yeah.
Okay, so yours isn't. The Rainbow After Dark is.
Okay. They're probably still working on it then.
Unless that box has somehow completely sold out, but I don't.
That would be awesome. It's not there. They sold out. That would be so. We need to ask them. Hey, are there copies? Should we still be promoting this? We should actually ask them.
Yeah. I'll send that email. I'll send it in the first.
Yeah, that'd be great. Thanks, Zara. T.
I'm sorry, Mike.
A lot of static sound.
Yeah.
I was like, what's happening?
Oh my God, my stuff was sliding. I'm right beside this stand, and like everything started sliding. I'm like, oh my God, because I was trying to put Holly's book back on the shelf, and it was like sliding. I'm like, no. Sorry about that.
No, you're fine. Other book I'm promoting.
It sounded like a.
Yes, I was like, oh no, because everything started sliding toward the floor. I'm like, don't do that.
Other book I'm promoting before I pass it along to my co-host, with T having been here. Yay, finally back.
Yay, I'm so glad to be back.
T is also a co-host of the Diversity is Lit Book Club, where we read one book by a BIPOC author every month and discuss it on my YouTube channel. But this month we are reading a self-published book for in December, and that is The Tournament of Heirs by Amelia Perez. It's a chunky book, but
it's chunky.
So I was working on the computer all day Mondays. I realized like tends to get busier in the afternoon because everything I'm waiting for in the morning comes in the afternoon. So my eyes need a little bit of a break from the screen. So I'm going to read for at least the first sprint, and then we'll see if I can. Well, first I need to cross post my Wicked reel onto TikTok. Then I will read more, and then hopefully I can dive back into writing the sequel because I have been able to write that, which has been wonderful. So also let us know in the comments what you'll be working on tonight.
I spent way too long trying to remember who of like the 5 people we were emailing. Found their email. I'm gonna write to it.
Cool, thanks.
Oh, cool.
All right, T.
So I'll go next. Hi everyone, it's great to be back with you all. Yay. Sorry I had to be absent for a little bit, but it's great to be back. And I'm Teresa Beasley. I write under the pen name T.A. Beasley, and I write thrillers. And I never do this when we do these writing sprints. Ooh. So I'm just going to hold my latest book, The Journal, up, because I never do that.
Nice.
It is my latest thriller. And for the writing sprints today, I'm probably going to write the first 2 sprints and then pick up our Diversity is Lit book. I've gotten it started, but I haven't gotten that far. So I'm going to work on my current fantasy thriller for now, and then I will pick up with reading on probably the last sprint.
Nice.
And my name is Zara Hoffman. I'm the founder of Inimitable Books and its imprint Emerge, which is what published Holly's book at Diamond Writing. This was our lucky number 7 book to be published by us across adult and young adult titles. We also had 2 things come out since then. One's Lenormand deck, but there are fewer cards to learn, and they're all illustrated by one of our authors and inspired by other Inimitable book titles. And then we have a writing prompt book called 1,000 Words to Get Started, which is currently in the middle of that very smug stack of titles. It now completely fills it, like from top to bottom, because I got the physical copy of another book from a printer, and we're not talking about it too much. But anyway, now it's like really hard to pull the books out, so we're not going to do that. Nice. So lots of publishing has happened this year, more to happen next year, and because of that, I will be finishing up edits on one book and then doing the edits on another, depending on if the author turns over that chapter for me to do the second round of edits on. So yeah, a lot of stuff. Basically been working for an hour already on like admin stuff. So then I saw the time and I was like, oh, time to stream with Holly.
To be continued. Nice. So it's good you're already like in the zone. So
So Zara, Chantel's book, is that under your new imprint, or is that with just...
So that's adult. So that is just under Inimitable Books. It is Until the Last
Book. Yes, I have my copy.
Yes. So we have 3 imprints. We have Inimitable Books, which is just, it's adult.
The regular adult.
So it's normal adult fiction, or it's like not specifically for young kids. So listed as adult, even though people will see this and be like, oh, okay, I could just get it anyway. There's nothing like there are no inappropriate quotes from our books in here. And then the writing prompt book is adult, because if the co-authors of that ever decide that they want to put like an explicit prompt in there, like I don't want to then have to change
everything. Yeah.
Right? So like that's adult. And then we have Emerge, which publishes our YA stuff. And then next year we have our first middle grade novel coming out, and that is under Figment.
Oh, okay.
That's so cute. Figment. It's great.
Yay. That's so cool.
Figment is like figment of your imagination to me.
Yeah.
Yes, I love it.
That's so cool.
And then emerge to me was like emerging adult, because the term young adult in psychology is actually often called emerging adult as well. And those are actually slightly older than what YA in fiction is. But I was like, I like that.
Oh, cool.
Cool.
Always learn something new every day.
I know.
Hello,
Hello.
Janine. I need to check out Press Your Luck because Janine got me into The Floor and Snake Oil, and I have loved those game shows. So Janine knows like what I would like. I think I've seen it on Hulu, but I need to.
I'm so glad my name is where it was, because I think otherwise you guys would have seen like the NSFW art, order art that goes with the sequel to the Devil's World. And I was like, oh, I'm going to move this a different part of my
I saw that all blurred out for Jesse. And I was like, ooh, that definitely is NSFW.
Yes, it is. It's actually not quite as like NSFW as I was expecting when she described the scene, and then we got the art. I was like, yes, this is so kind of much more explicit. So like,
that's good. While I go
down, I was like, whoops.
While I go through the rest of the comments, I'll have people vote for which cat you think is going to win the first race, either color or number. It's okay if you vote for one that someone else votes for. The numbers are 1 through 7.
I'm voting Zuko.
I'll take 3.
You know,
same as Regina.
It's kind of foggy out, so I'm gonna go with 5, which I think is I forget which one's Smokey and which one's Ash.
I think Smokey is 5 and Ash is 1.
All right, going with Smokey.
Yeah.
But Rebecca is here. Hello. The physical address on your newsletter. Yes, the P.O. box. That is correct. I actually just checked it, and I'm like, yep, still spam. Because I pretty much just have it so that I don't share my actual address, but I like haven't gotten something from someone there in years other than just like.
This is me finding out like that you have a P.O. box, because I normally don't scroll all the way to the bottom of all the numbers to see the address, because I'm like, I'm not like sending people stuff. And I have your actual address for tax reasons as your publisher, so I was like,
yeah, you can know my physical address. That's fine. Laura's here. Hello. Russian blue. Oh, yes, the Russian blue. Laura's reading The Nightmare Before Christmas. Oh, that's so cute. I love it. Oh, shoot. I forgot to start this, so it might... sometimes it doesn't add. Yep, there we go. Hold on. Skip ads forever. Yes, that would be great. Okay. So hopefully there won't be any ads. All right. We are going to get started with this first sprint in 3, 2, 1. Happy productivity, everyone. All right. That was the end of the first sprint. And Ginger won. Let's see. Oh, I almost went with Ginger because I was like, Ginger needs his posse of people. Ah!
No one voted for Garfield.
Oh.
Nope.
Nope. The Garfield crew is MIA. So next is Zuko.
Hell yeah.
Yay. So how did you guys do for that first sprint?
Let's see. I got 618 words.
Wow, that's really good. And
So
this
that
is
was
from
pretty.
one of the stories that you like were completely rewriting or changing the plot for.
Yes. Yeah.
That's impressive.
I didn't realize how hard writing a fantasy thriller was going to be.
Ooh, is this your first fantasy thriller?
Yes. And it has a little hint of a mystery in it. So it's been challenging.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Challenging.
Just something completely different that you have to kind of switch your brain.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, because everything else I was working with, I got first drafts done, but it wasn't working for me. So I was like, okay, I'm going to try something totally different, and then get my brain going again, and then I can come back to those and start editing. And
I love that. Nice.
Yeah, this is not as easy as I thought it was going to be.
That's how you grow. So. How'd you do, Zara?
I edited. Hold on, how far am I in this chapter? I edited 2.5 chapters.
Nice. Let's see. I posted my TikTok. And then I ate dinner because I realized I needed to do that. I just had a chicken patty and some broccoli, so it was pretty paltry. I was like, just something quick that I can microwave. That's all I need. And then I was reading. I think I'm past the halfway point in the Tournament of Heirs. Which I've already got a lot of notes about all of my thoughts. So it'll be a very interesting discussion. That's what we call it.
I'm just trying to keep the people straight.
Yeah. There's a lot of people. I just rated. I finished the audiobook for Reckless, the sequel to Powerless, yesterday, and I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. And I'm like, I usually don't I don't line edit things in my head when I'm reading a book because it should be line edited, but it was in Powerless too, and it's in Reckless, and I was like, I just can't. Because there's so many phrases. She says, I stand to my feet. And I'm like, you stand. You're that implies to your feet. So it drives you crazy because she doesn't change it up. I leapt to my feet or I staggered to my feet. It's no, I always stand to my feet. And I'm like, please no. How many times must someone stand to their feet? So anyways, I just thought that was funny because I'm just I try to only say nice things, being an author and reviewing things, but I was like, I just need to point out this one thing because it's literally driving me crazy. I don't know if anyone else has those, not pet peeves, but just
well,
yeah.
try and do something. It's like, no, you're trying to do something. It's not try and. Like, if someone says it, I don't really care. But once I see it written down, I'm like, that's grammatically incorrect and it bothers me. Like, it bothers me a lot less about people making grammatical mistakes when speaking, because it's like, you get your point across, whatever.
Yeah.
Or if it's in dialogue where it's like, oh, I was whatever. I can't think of an example right now. But if it was in dialogue, I'd be like, is it a grammatical mistake? Yes. But if it's in dialogue, then I'm like, okay, I give it more of a pass as well. But when it's prose, it's like, I try to stand. I'm like, I try and stand. I'm like,
no.
I
try and stand to my feet. No.
That'd
be horrible. Oh yes. But I did enjoy the story. So, Regina's waiting for her grocery delivery and convince Pena. Trying to convince Pena that he has indeed eaten 3 meals. Oh yeah. Yeah. I just had to give the nighttime TREATs to ZUKO because he was kind of all over. He's been asking for it around 6:30, and I'm like, dude, like your dinner was at 5, and I'm like, he's like purposefully not eating all of his dinner because he's like, I know I'm gonna get the 9 TREATs, and I'm like, that's not how that works. He was around here somewhere. And dealing with dogs. That was important for you to do, Regina. Rebecca finally sat down to work about halfway through the sprint. That's good. I hope you got some words
and
edited. Yes. Are you still editing, or are you working on the outline? Because I know that was the 2 things that you could work on last week. But with how many chapters you said you had to edit, I'm assuming you're editing. Hollyana, no worries about missing the sprint. We are going to pop up our second sprint. Where do I have to press? Oh my gosh. Okay, here we go. And Janine was cleaning up her room. Very important. All right, so the numbers are 1 through 10. Got a couple different colors. Yes, still editing. Yeah. Yes. I think I'm going to read a little bit more for the next sprint. And then, oh, did you hear that little ding?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It was on how do we mute certain pages? Well, it's on my work email that my phone wasn't working for some reason, so I have it up on my browser.
I think I'm gonna take 8 this time.
I'm sticking with Zuko.
Nice. Oh, here we go. Notifications off. Boom. I don't know why someone's sending an email from work at 6 o'clock. 6:54. Okay, whatever. Anyways, which one did you vote for, T?
I think I'm gonna take 8. Number 8.
Okay, cool. No one believed in Garfield last time, so I'm gonna go with 5. All right, Garfield, you get your because he's like, well, I'm Mr. Popular, so so I'll go with number 5, and we will start this second sprint in 3, 2, 1. Happy productivity, everyone. All right, that was the end of the second sprint, and number 1 won.
Yeah.
Regina! Yay!
Yay!
Yay! Woohoo! We had some friends pop in. Gwynna, the winner. Hello, hello. And Ralph, hello. Thank you. I feel like I'm in the middle of a fantastic quest to find Zelda. Yes. I had to find things that like were a little bit more like repeating itself because some of the other instrumental music playlists I had were like too distracting. So I was trying to find one that just blended into the background and allowed you to zone out with it. So Jalissa's here. Hi. We still have one more sprint. So I read a little bit more in the Tournament of Heirs. So now I'm on page 322. So
322?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm trying to like read through it quickly so that I can finish it before like Christmas time. Also, my Goodreads goal, let's see, I always try to read 100 books and I'm at 92. So I'm like, if I can just like beast mode, like the next 2 weeks, I can like still hit my goal. I feel like I did that last year. Like I read like 20 books like between November and December because I was like really behind. Anyways, and then did I do anything else? No, I was then deciding what I wanted to do for the third sprint, which I'm not sure because
Well, you're making headway.
Yeah.
I'm only on page 100.
That's really good though. You're like
Wow.
a fifth of the way through since the book is
Almost.
500 pages.
Yes, it's like
yeah, a combination of audiobooks, and then I have some shorter ones. Like I'll read some graphic novels and yeah, just like real short ones that are like they have like a couple words per page because it's like 100. Like my sister gave me one. She was like, "Here, you could have a quick," which it's not all of it. Most of my books are like, you know, regular fiction novels, but then there's the one like 101 uses for a chihuahua, and it's like just essentially pictures and like a couple words. So she's like, here's a quick like one for your
are you talking about like those book talks where it's like short books to get you to your goal?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then also Heather got me this for our birthday, but I also love Sarah Scribbles.
I love Sarah Scribbles.
She comes out with I think this is the 4th or 5th one. Let's see, does it have a number? No, the 4th or 5th one she's come out with. But I'm like, this counts as a book, you know? And
it does.
That's also my pro tip.
I think I only have 5 books left for my challenge.
Ooh,
I only did 80 books. I only did 80 books this year because I was starting a new job and I knew I was going to be busy a lot. So I
80 is still really
put it
good.
down to 80. Yeah. I got 5 left.
Nice.
I don't think I set a goal for myself because once I realized how like little reading time like for myself that I get with Inimitable books, I was like, I'm not gonna do that. Like
that is fair.
I'm either reading fan fiction, which is not and should not be on tracking websites because like they shouldn't for copyright reasons, and then the authors also ask like, please don't add our stuff to Goodreads or Storygraph or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
And so it's like I can't like I'll read that stuff for fun, but like I can't track it, so there's no point in tracking like I want to read this number of books on Goodreads anymore, but I had last week gotten a reading journal that works in GoodNotes. It also works in Notability if someone uses that instead.
Oh, cool.
And there are different challenges in the back of it, and there are ones where it's like, oh, do it by trope or do it by, the alphabet. And then they had this one page where there are 2 bingo boards, and so I spent like 5 hours like researching books to fill up both bingo boards, and I'm not going to be able to read even one bingo board within a year because of how much I work, but it's like it'll be nice to be like, okay, I need a book. I don't know what I want to read, but like here, and I can just pick one off that board.
Cool. I like that.
Because it's like it's a theme or something. So it would be, read a book with a character that shares your name. And for me, that's a very short list. But like for other people, that would be long. Or, read a book in a genre that you don't normally read. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to read a horror book. Like put that in there, and so
that's fun. That's a nice way to get variety in like the books that you're reading and find something new or different. So that's cool.
And one of the prompts is read a book by someone written by an author who isn't your same ethnicity. And I was like, well, that's very easy. Like
that's easy.
There's one where it's like, read a book with food on the cover. So I think I had done, I've put Crying in H Mart, but now that I'm thinking about it, it's not Dial A for Auntie, but there's like another similar book where there are dumplings on the cover, and I might switch that.
I think I just like entered a Goodreads giveaway about like the Grandma Wong's like guide to, what is it?
I know she's got a new one coming out.
Oh, Vera Wong's Unsolicited Advice for Murderers.
Oh yes,
I don't think there's food. There's no food on that one.
No, there's no food on
that.
No. Because I read. Let's see. Did I read? Yeah, Dial A for Aunties.
Yeah.
Oh, and then I wanted to read For Aunties and a Wedding, and then I never. Oh, there's more.
Yeah.
The bad
yeah, she's got one more.
Yeah, there are 3. Right.
Yeah.
I don't know if 3 is the intended end or if it's just that's all there is so far.
Oh, fun. That's fun to have the food. The food one that I thought of was Lavash at First Sight, that has like a whole switch, because it's literally like a food convention / like competition. So between like restaurants. So
there's also like, there's arsenic and adobo, which I could do.
Oh,
but I'm trying now that I'm thinking about the one with the dumplings on the cover. My brain is like, "What's that title?" And I'm like, "I don't know."
Well, that sounds fun. Arsenic and adobo.
Rom-com with dumplings.
Cozy culinary.
I'm looking up rom-com with dumplings on the cover. I'm getting an article about like how to make dumplings like Crazy Rich Asians. I was like, nope, I could ask my roommate from Shanghai for that. I want a book cover, not a book that has a dumpling scene. I mean, I could cop out and read a book called Let's Make Dumplings, which has dumplings on the cover, but that's not what I'm looking for.
I need to add this to my want to read, the arsenic.
Arsenic and adobo. Yeah, when I first heard of it, I was like, oh, I want to read that. And I still do. But now that I have the dumplings in my mind, it's...
Yeah, now I want to know the dumplings one.
So sorry.
Can add it to Diversity is Lit. So.
I know. I don't think I'm going to find it tonight, though, because Google is not being my friend. It's... Okay, well, there's a book called Death by Dumpling, which sounds fun. But the cover has a single dumpling and instead Chinese takeout. Welcome to the Holy Noodle House, where the Chinese food is to die for. First Noodle Shop Mystery Series by Vivian Chen. And it takes place in Ohio.
Oh.
Surprising power of a good dumpling. Now I'm trying to look for you. It has like actual No, huh? This is a book about dumplings. No. Oh, this is very hard.
I know.
Bookstagram or Book Talk will come to you.
I know. I'm not convinced that it had the word dumpling in the title, which also might be. But like, I was going on Google, I was like, dumpling on the cover, and it wasn't.
Yeah. You would think with technology nowadays that they'd be able to do that. Laura, did you get it?
No, that's the one
that I dumpling.
Oh,
with the other one, it wasn't the image of the cover that I was thinking of. It has 3 dumplings on it, so it can.
3 dumplings. Oh man.
No, it was like a plate of was it dim sum?
Oh,
like specifically dim sum on the cover? That might be helpful.
Or the Chinese food is to die for. Whoa. Ooh, everyone knew she had a severe life-threatening shellfish allergy. Now everyone in the whole restaurant's under suspicion for murder.
Murder.
Actually sounds really fun.
That sounds good.
It's up to Lena to find out who is behind Fang's killer order before her own number is up. Oh my gosh. I can't. I need to add these to DIL. Let's see.
Well, if I can't find the other one, I'll probably end up reading that because it sounds like funny and fun.
It's not a dumpling book, but Wizard's Guide to Defensive Baking. Oh, that sounds fun.
I have a wrench on your channel, right, Holly? I can just swap the link to the reading guide.
Yeah.
Not reading guide, reading journal that I got this from.
Oh, that's cute. Little gingerbread man looking all mean. Also, the Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires has peaches on the cover. That's fun.
Yes, that I do remember.
Let me see. Oh, yeah, I have seen that cover. Cool. Let me go back up and see what I missed here. I don't want to miss people. Neuromancer. It's like a necromancer.
I've heard of this. Yeah.
Psychic?
I have heard of this. I have not read it. No spoilers, please.
Neuromancer. Oh, here we go.
Okay, I need to stop looking at these because I'm getting hungry and I already ate dinner.
I know. I was like, you are making me hungry.
I will get sick, but I want more food.
My problem is I just started a new candle and it's called Strawberry Snowflakes, but it just smells like strawberry shortcake. So I'm like, I want something sweet. And I'm like, I already ate. Like, why?
Candle from the Super Carlin Brothers Wizard candle subscription, and it's inspired by a book series by a not good person, but this person doesn't get any money. Candles.
Oh yes.
And these are just, and they're all limited edition because before the Wizarding ones, they had done Disney princesses for a year, and like they had I really liked their Moana one, which had felt like very tropical and stuff, and it smelled like a pina colada really, and it was so nice. And then my favorite one though was Stone Dragon, which obviously was inspired by Mulan, and it was just like it was floral but not too floral, which is like a really hard balance to strike with me. And it was like white tea and something, and it was a really nice scent. And they stop, they run out basically, and then they don't make them again. But this one has been driving me crazy because it smells like pumpkin pie. Like it smells like really sweet pumpkin pie.
That sounds
and
so
I luckily
good.
haven't been giving in to like stacking every time I smell it, but it has.
Yeah, I already like grabbed some chocolate, and I was just like, "You already had chocolate earlier today, Holly. You can't have more chocolate."
That's true.
Very true. Very true. So funny.
My current short
Oh,
story.
thank you, Rob. Yes, Monday motivation. Woohoo.
Hey.
Says I already won. I already won. I'm going to eat now. All the way down at the bottom.
Oh. Oh my gosh. Oh, hilarious. Oh my gosh. 20 books, 25 books. Yes, I'm at 27. Oh, wow.
Good for you.
Nice.
Yeah, when I have reading slumps, I'm like, well, that means I'm just going to, I'll just find like a random genre or like a quick book or something, because I'm like, I can get into my like ruts. Or I just like read them all in the last couple months when I'm like behind.
Behind.
In January, February, I'm like ahead by like 5 books, and then in the summer it lags,
and then the rest of life happens, and you slow down,
Mm-hmm.
and then I pick back up.
Yeah.
A fall love story. Ooh.
a faux love story.
Look that one up.
I hear people pronounce it differently depending on where they're from, which is so interesting because I've seen people like passionately be like, "It's not this," and then I'll hear someone else like say, "It's not this," and they're both like of the proper ethnicity to be able to yell at white people pronounce it. And so,
I don't know. I said pho. I don't know if that's right.
I know, but then I said pho, so that's why I'm like, I've heard it. Oh.
I don't have that very often.
2 Vietnamese American teens fall. Yeah.
Oh, this Wizard's Guide to Defensive Baking's a middle grade. Okay, yes. Sorry, I have up the ones that I want to read. She's not writing.
What
She's
I'm doing, but every time I'm opening a new search, it thinks I want it in a new window, and I'm like, nope, I want it in a new tab. I don't want to crash my tab.
Love Lies and Cherry Pie. Oh, wow. You're good at this, Laura. I love it.
I know. She's like finding all the...
A Wizard's Guide to Defensive Baking. I'm seeing by Ursula Vernon and by T. Kingfisher.
Oh, I have the T.
Because one's a young adult, a 2020 young adult novel. Oh, and then the other's also 2020. Is Ursula Vernon the real name of?
Oh, I thought. Oh, maybe.
Because
it said something about her writing for adults, so maybe that's her like middle grade pen name or something.
Because T. Kingfisher wrote Nettle and Bone, which was absolutely not young adult. This says T. Kingfisher in like young adult middle grade font.
Huh.
Is that the one with the gingerbread holding the sword on the cover?
Yeah, that's the one that I saw.
Okay, so I see that by T. Kingfisher.
Interesting. Well, we're going through the rest of our comments. I'll pull up.
Okay, Ursula Vernon is the real name of T. Kingfisher.
Oh, I like that you investigate. I didn't even see that. Good investigating. All right, there are 30 cats. 1 through 30, or a color. If there's more than one color that you say, then you get bonus cats.
I'm sticking with Zuko, which I think only gives me 1 shot, but
I gotta go ginger for this final one.
I'm gonna go with the blue one. I don't know which number that is.
There are multiple blue ones.
There's 2 blues, so you get 2.
2. Okay, I'm going with the blue cat.
Got the family fed and all set up to get a few words done. Woohoo! Still waiting on groceries. You're probably extra starving now, Virginia.
Oh man! And since I got all my words in, now I can just read.
Yay!
Nice. Yay. All right. Well, we will start this final sprint in 3, 2, 1. Happy productivity, everyone. All right, that was the end of the final sprint. Oh, I forgot the ticker. Let's see. Okay. Oh, sorry, you saw what I was doing? I didn't mean to show it. Oh my god, that's hilarious. Anyways, oh, Laura,
Yeah, I was gonna say someone, and yeah.
Way, I should have stuck with the smoky.
Yeah. And I was gonna say the 27th for my birthday, and then I changed and said no. I'm just gonna go with the blue cats.
Oh, and Garfield was second.
Yeah.
I'm on the screen. I'm not off the screen like I normally am with this number, so I call that a win in some capacity. It's not a win, but I'm like, it could have been worse. I could have been dead last.
Yep. And 13 is a blue cat, so I'm not that far off.
That's hilarious.
So we're all right in there.
Yay! Woohoo! Let's see. Really cool. I'm having some cowtail. What?
Cowtail?
Gravy. I have never had cowtail.
Is that incredibly different than oxtail? Like, I don't.
Oh.
I've heard of oxtail, but.
Yeah, you know what? I have heard of oxtail. But
it's essentially the same as cowtail, not cowtoy. I don't know. Oxtail is essentially the same as cowtail. There refers to the tail of a cow, but historically the term oxtail came from the tail of an ox, which is male bovine. So while there were the same cut of meat, the name oxtail is still used in culinary terms, meaning when you buy oxtail at the market, you are getting a cow's tail.
Cool. I like the humming guess. I was trying to be sneaky about what I was doing, and it wasn't working. Gwen, I got 343 words. Awesome. I painted my nails. I was responding to this Wheel of Fortune email, and then it started playing music. So I was like, no. Anyways, and then I actually wrote 151 words.
Cool.
Woo.
Now I'm at the 41K mark. Woo.
Yay.
I've been in the 40,000s forever. This is progress. This is a lot of progress. How did you guys do?
Well, last sprint I wrote 557 words, so I did get a total of 1,175.
Whoa!
So that's good. That's got me right at the 21,000 and some mark, which is good.
Nice.
And then I forgot I had to send out some tracking information for some orders that I had. And I got onto Amazon to I ordered some stuff for my friend because she always uses my Prime. So she was like, "Can you check and see if my stuff is delivered yet?" And I was like, "Yeah." So I had to check that, and then I read a little bit. So now I'm on chapter 8. So I did get a little bit of reading done. I'm on 119 now.
You're making good progress.
So I'm getting there.
Yeah. Woohoo.
I procrastinated for the first half of that and did nothing, like absolutely nothing. And then I edited a chapter and got a little bit into the next one. I think I'm going to work a little bit more after this stream ends just so I can finish this
nice
script.
Yeah, I realized I'm like, man, Mondays, like my brain's like, no, we're not doing anything, which is why I need these motivation sprints. So I'm very grateful because I probably wouldn't do anything.
Normally I'm better, but I think because even though I wasn't doing a ton of editing earlier today, I had been like staring at the screen for like over an hour of like pure work before the stream started.
Oh yeah.
Okay, you're done. And I'm like, but I'm not. I'm almost done. And if we could just keep it together a little bit longer. And my brain was like, nope, you're going to take a break. And I was like, okay.
That's hilarious. Yeah, hopefully it'll last a little bit longer for you. Rebecca spent the entire sprint staring at my current draft, trying to intimidate it by misbehaving. It's not working. Oh, that's hilarious. I feel like there's oh my god. Okay. Oh wow, okay. I'm not seeing the chat updating on our Monday motivation sprints.
What's the last comment that you see? So I see one from 922 asking if we know of Dabbler, and I'm seeing spam that needs to be
Yes.
Reported, and it's not letting me report it from here, so I'm gonna have to go to the YouTube.
Yeah, I had to go from here. Okay.
Do I have a wrench from my personal account or just the Inimitable Books account?
Gosh, really? How did this happen? Oops, I didn't mean to remove. I wanted to.
Oh yeah, they getting a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're getting a little foul now.
We're going to end the stream. Sorry.
Yeah.
So sorry about that, guys. We will see you
next week. They're getting a little disrespectful.
Yeah, I can't keep up. So I'm gonna see you guys next week. All right, guys. Bye.
Yes. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.